Hi students, I welcome all of you for this special session on how to attempt IBPS PO 2019. See students, all of you must be knowing this one. The prelims is starting from tomorrow. So that is 12th, 13th, Saturday, Sunday, right? Different shifts will be there, number of shifts are there. 12th and 13th, again next Saturday, that is 19th and 20th. On these 4 days, they are going to conduct the preliminary examination across the country. Alright, see students, in this session, I am going to focus on how to attempt the examination, how to attempt a preliminary examination of IBPS PO 2019. This is not how to start your preparation, because previously I have uploaded many videos based on how to start your preparation. Now your preparation is completed as far as IBPS PO prelims are concerned. Alright, now this is the time to take the examination. So in this class I am going to focus on how to attempt that one. What are the tips as far as reasoning, quant and English are concerned. From where you have to start. For example, you take reasoning. From where you have to start that one? You have to choose some questions to start with. We will discuss in detail so that this session is going to be very much helpful for all the students who are taking this examination. In fact, students, this class is recorded for our students only. Our students means those students who have purchased our video classes. As most of you must be knowing this one, we have more than 15,000 students across the country. They are preparing for various competitive exams and they have purchased our online or pen drive or SD card mode courses. Alright, so this class is useful for them of course, and after that I thought that if I post this one in YouTube, again lakhs of other students also going to be benefited, because my intention is that one only. So lakhs of students should be benefited out of my classes. Alright, so let's start this one. We'll go for separately for reasoning, quant and English. I start with the reasoning. But before going for that one, students, I would like to inform our students, those who have joined our courses. I have observed that some of the students have not registered for your additional one. We are giving additionally one separate website for you for mock tests, exclusively for mock tests. These mock tests are additional tests for you, which are prepared with utmost care at par with the actual examination, right? So for that one, those who have purchased the course, after purchasing that one, you get videos and everything, videos, study material, chapter wise test, everything on chakravarthysir.com. That is our main website. Alright, so apart from that, we have one more website, that is test, T-E-S-T, test.chakravarthar, chakravarthysir.com. Okay, this website is exclusively for mock tests, because we have heavy traffic. More than 15,000 students are there. So they are watching the videos, means bandwidth is very high. For that reason, so for fast streaming, right, we have launched this website also. Those students who have already registered on our main website, our students, you still need to register on this one separately. Just open this one, click on sign up. You will get all on-screen instructions. Just give your mobile number, mail ID, whatever is required there, sign up there. Then after that, within 24 hours, our executives are going to activate that one manually. It takes minimum 24 hours because thousands of students are there. And for our students, it is free of cost. You are having more than 200 mock tests for various tests, various exams. Apart from that one, you will be having chapter wise tests also. So you try to utilize this opportunity and you need not pay anything for that one. This is free of cost for you. And for those students who would like to join in the sense those who are not joined our regular courses, still if they want to only go for only test series, you need to pay 500 rupees for this one, remember. Simply open this one, sign up for yourself. Immediately you will get a call from our side. Then they will tell you how to make the payment, because this payment is not there on our main website. Alright, so we first you register here, then you will receive a call. After that they will tell you the mode of payment. Make that one, immediately it will be activated for you. Immediately means it takes 24 hours. Within 24 hours it is going to be activated. You please utilize this opportunity. And I am giving one more opportunity also. Those new students who want to join for this one by paying 500 rupees. First you pay 500 rupees, take this test. After that, if you would like to join our courses, video classes, these 500 rupees are going to be deducted. Going to be refunded for you if you join the regular courses. Suppose you joined one regular course with 4,600. Pay 4,600, join for that one, and these 500 will be refunded for you. You please utilize this opportunity also. And those students who would like to join the video classes, because those video classes are valuable, I am telling you, because out of my 24 years of experience I prepared those videos, keeping in mind that every student should be benefited. All the things are started from the basic level only. You try to utilize that one. For that one, visit our website, that is www.chakravarthysir.com. You will get all the details there. Alright, at the end of this video also I am going to explain that. But anyway, now our focus should be how to start this one. What is that? Attempt this one. Attempt tomorrow's or day after tomorrow's or next Saturday or Sunday's exam as per your schedule. Alright, see students, start with reasoning. All of you know that from reasoning you are going to get 35 questions, and so this is important, students. Negative marking is there. Because of this negative marking, many students are not even qualifying in this particular section. So maintain the accuracy first. After that, anyway you have to go for speed. Right? If you start preparation from the basic level, you get accuracy and speed. Anyway, students, now in reasoning, these 35 questions in preliminary examination, from where you get generally in the examination. But before discussing that point, students, quickly you go like this. In reasoning, major chapters. What are the major chapters in prelims and mains? Let's list out that one very quick. After that, I'll tell you how many questions you get from how many chapters. One by one we will discuss. See students, generally in reasoning, you just make into two parts. One is reasoning based on rules. You know this one. Many times I have given you. Other one is high level reasoning. Generally, these high level reasoning questions are asked in the mains examinations. Okay. Now, reasoning based on rules also. There are total 12 chapters for you. We will divide that one into 6 and 6. This is the way, students, right? Those 6 chapters are, first one is a puzzle test. Puzzle, this comes under even high level also. Alright, so just list it out. Next one is seating arrangement. Okay. Third one is Shilloism. I am writing SY. Next one is input and output. Okay. Next one is data sufficiency. Next one is decision making. This 6, one set, as far as the difficulty level is concerned. Next 6, you take in this way, coding and decoding. Okay. Next one is sequence and ranking, SUQ I am writing. Next one is directions. Next one is coded inequalities. Alright. Next 11th one is blood relations. Okay. Next one is miscellaneous questions on alphabets. Miscellaneous alphabet. Alright. Then coming to this high level, of course, these questions are not asked in mains mostly. Sometimes they may ask, are going to be asked in mains only, not prelims, not in prelims. But sometimes they may ask in prelims also. Alright, these chapters are statement assumptions, then statement conclusions, statement courses of action, then inferences, cause and effect. Next, strengthening or weakening arguments, that is argument, statement, arguments. These are the chapters, students. Generally, they ask the questions from these chapters, whether it is prelims or mains. Okay, we can go for sub-chapters also. We can divide into sub-chapters. So total these are 18 are there. Another 3-4 we can add. Now, as far as prelims are concerned, you take it for granted, students. You are going to get questions from puzzle, seating arrangement, Shillism, coding, decoding, sequence and ranking, directions, inequalities, blood relations, and miscellaneous. These are the definite chapters from where you are going to get the questions. If you go for the previous question paper analysis, particularly for the last 6 to 7 years, if you go back, you are getting in this way. From puzzle test, they are giving 10 questions in the prelims. Okay, seating arrangement 10 questions. 10 plus 10, 20. And sometimes they are giving 5 questions from Shillism, sometimes they are not giving. In one shift they are giving, in the other shift they are not giving, but you consider this one for prelims also. Sometimes they are giving, sometimes they are not giving, but still. Now, from coding, decoding, sequence and ranking, directions, inequalities, blood relations. From these chapters, students, they give around 15 questions from this one. Okay, suppose if they give in this way 10 from puzzle, 10 from seating arrangement, you take it for granted. 100% you get out of 35, 20 questions here. Remaining 15 questions here. Alright, if they are not giving 5 questions from Shillism. Sometimes if they give 5 here, they may cut down those 5 questions from these chapters. Now you got it? Sometimes they give 5 questions from coding, decoding. Sometimes 3 questions from directions by giving some bulk data they give. Based on that one they ask 3, right? And coded inequalities, almost every time they are giving 3 to 5 questions. Every time. This is for sure. Take it for granted, right? So you should take it for granted that 10 plus 10, 20, plus if you take 3 to 5, 23 to 25 questions are confirmed. Everything is there with you. Easily you can do that, right? So now, take it in this way. Suppose if they give 5 in Shillism and 10 questions from this one, whatever it may be, the division, how to start this one? In the examination, which question you have to attempt first? Many students are getting confused. Now that confusion will be dispelled. See students, your preparation should be in this way. While preparing for that one, you start your preparation from puzzle students. In the preparation I am telling you, not attempting in the examination, because this is useful for you for prelims as well as mains, and most of the questions are from these 2 chapters only, either in prelims or the mains. For that reason you have to focus on that one. But getting mastery over puzzle, seating arrangement, Shillism cannot be done in 1 week or 2 weeks. You should know the concept first. In our course, all of our students know this one. From the basic level we have started, right? How to start a puzzle. You have to start from that one, right? After knowing all the basics, go on practicing the questions. Alright, so till the examination, suppose you are starting your preparation today. You started with puzzle test. Till your examination, you have to solve at least 1 puzzle per day or 1 seating arrangement per day. That is mandatory, right? If you do not have sufficient practice, if you are not in touch with the question, whoever it may be, you cannot do the question, unravel the question within the stipulated time. So practice is very much required, right? So you start with this one, this chapter, this chapter, this chapter in preparation. Anyway, you have to focus on this one. But when come to the examination, students, I am telling you one tip here. If your preparation, if you have prepared for puzzle and seating arrangement thoroughly, you can start with these questions. Listen very carefully. If not in the sense, if you have a little doubt also, don't start with this section in the examination. Because out of these 2 puzzles, I am telling you students, 1 puzzle will be high difficulty level, even though it is prelims. 1 puzzle is very easier one. You have to identify that first. Suppose by mistake if you start with the high difficulty level puzzle, unnecessarily your time will be wasted and you will be disappointed in the examination. You will be depressed. That exam will be, what do you call this one? You have to leave that exam. Yes or no? For that reason, you do one thing. If you have a little doubt also, don't start from here. You just start from these chapters because these are gunshot questions. You can easily score the maximum marks in this section. And here also, if you get 3 to 5 questions from inequalities, you start with this one. I have given fantastic tips for this one in our regular course. You follow that one, 100% you are going to do, 100% marks are allocated for this one. Alright, so start with coded inequalities or inequalities, then go for directions. If they give any question from this one. Directions is very easy, very easily you can crack this one. The basic idea, if you have on all the 8 directions, what is right side and what is left side, with a little analysis you can do the questions. Alright, first start with inequalities, then go for directions, then go for coding, decoding also very simple. If you can understand the logic, you can do 3 or 5 questions, whatever it may be, very easily based on that one. Yes or no? So focus on this one. Inequalities, directions, coding, decoding, sequence. If they give any question from blood relation, attempt the miscellaneous questions. Some alphabets, like they give one word saying that how many such pairs are there in this word. Pairs are there in this word which have as many letters in them as in English alphabet. As many letters like between them as in English alphabet. Generally that type of small questions are there. 1 or 2 questions they are giving. Just focus on that also in the exam. Once you finish off these 15 questions, let's take 15 out there from this one. So out of 15, how many questions you can do correct in the examination within the stipulated time? You tell me. 15 out of 15 you can do. For human error, small human error, 1 or 2 questions may be wrong. At least 13 questions will be right. So when 13 questions are right out of 15, you can sense it whether it is right or wrong. No need to go for verification there, right? You can easily sense it. Your confidence will be boosted up. With that confidence, you start a puzzle and a seating arrangement. Already you have finished or you got 13 questions correct here. Alright, with this confidence, come here. How much time would it be taking for this one? Out of 20 minutes, I am telling you students, you can do these questions in 10 minutes. In the maximum time I am telling you. Your practice should be in that way. Alright, after learning the basics, you just go on practicing the questions to increase your speed. To maintain the accuracy, basics are required. Increase the speed, practice is required. Right? So once in 10 minutes you have finished this one, 10 minutes are there for these questions. Sufficient that one. Sufficient time. Right? Now identify. Puzzle, there will be 2 questions. Right? And there's 2 questions, 5 plus 5, 10 sub questions are there. Try to identify the puzzle. What is the level of the puzzle? If you have a very good practice, adequate practice, easily you can identify the difficulty level of the question there and then. If you feel that is the easier one, right? So immediately start this one. That is so with the seating arrangement. Alright, so here at least 1 and 2 questions you are able to complete. Once you start one puzzle, you have to end it up with 100% accuracy. In the worst case, if you do 1 plus 1, 2 questions also, 10 out of 10 you will get. Already you are going to get this one 13 to 15 correct in this one. This is the right strategy, students, right? If time allows, you can go for the next puzzle also. Luckily, if you get questions from Shilloism also, that's really very easy because I have taken total 10 to 12 hour lessons in our regular course. The feedback generally our students give that, sir, after like watching all those 10-hour videos, we are so confident that we can do 6 questions correct out of 5 questions in the exam. That is not exaggerating this one. Just take the feedback from the students, right? We are able to do 6 questions correct out of 5 questions. That much confidence is there. You will come to that stage, I am telling you, right? Not only that one, not only that, but any other chapter also I have discussed from the basic level. Even if you do not know what is an assumption, I started from that one. If you like watch the video of assumption for 4 or 5 hours I have taken this one, I am pretty sure that every question can be correct in the examination. Alright, that is so with the other chapters also. This is the strategy, students, for prelims. And other advice, my advice is, anyway, now your preparation is completed, but when you're preparing for next exam also, don't bifurcate, this is for prelims and this is for mains, right? So you have to start your preparation by considering both prelims and mains together. Because, so from this chapter, puzzle test, puzzle, seating arrangement, Shilloism, these three can be in prelims as well as in mains also. Sometimes they are giving questions from coding, decoding also in the mains. Alright, sometimes this blood relation is mixed with puzzle or seating arrangement and given in the mains examination. So for that reason, you just prepare for prelims and mains together. That's very, very important, right? So this is the right strategy, students, and one thing is very important, this is negative marking. Right? Don't go for any wild guessing in the examination. Some students are doing that when that wild guessing, suppose 1 minute time is there, 10 questions are remaining, they are just marking 1 correctly. That's not the right way, students. Don't go for that one. So whatever the questions, the number, as far as number is concerned, suppose you are able to attempt out of 35, you've attempted only 28 questions, enough. 25 questions you have attempted, for example, I'm telling you, enough. But out of 25, 25 should be correct. That accuracy you can maintain if you know the basics properly, practice well in your practice sessions. This is for reasoning. Now, how to go for quantitative aptitude. Now, before going for the quant students, some students are asking, what is the division here, sir? What type of puzzles we get in prelims and what type of puzzles we get in mains? See, students, that much analysis is not required because many types of puzzles are there. Like in the prelims, you may get box puzzle based on a box or floor, or normal puzzle with 2 parameters or 3 parameters, right? Even in seating arrangement also, maybe like people seated around a circular table, some are facing inside, some are facing outside, or triangular arrangement also, or 2 parallel rows they may be giving. Some are like facing south, some are facing north. Many types are there. I have already discussed all the types of puzzles and seating arrangement in our course. You just go through that one. Alright, but one thing I can say, in the mains examination, when you compare the difficulty level with this prelims, in mains examination, generally they are giving 3 puzzles or 4 puzzles. Puzzles means puzzle and seating arrangement together, or sometimes 5 also. But one thing I can say, as I told you, difficulty level will be high when you compare to prelims. And that too, out of given 5 puzzles, at least 3 puzzles are high difficulty level. 2 puzzles can be easier. We discussed that one. First, let's finish off this prelims because from tomorrow only it is starting. We'll come back to this mains. Okay, now go to this quantitative aptitude. See, students, quant also plays a vital role in the examination. Alright, whether it is prelims or mains, you can score high in quant also. I'll tell you how that is. Okay, but before going for the strategy, from where we have to start, just take the chapters generally. You can divide quant in this way, questions based on data interpretation. This plays a vital role in the mains examination. In mains, even in IBPS also, previously that was there in SBI. In IBPS also they have introduced mains. All questions are from data interpretation only. In data interpretation only you will get data interpretation. You have to interpret the given data which is given in form of graphs, okay, or tables, or graph and table together. Many types are there. You have to interpret that data. Apart from this, they are giving data analysis questions also. One paragraph will be given to you. You have to convert the verbal data to a table or to Venn diagram. You have to analyze the given data. Then they are giving missing DI also. All like a complete table is not given. Some blanks will be there. You have to fill up the blank with mathematical operation. Or some questions based on caselets also. Caselet model is very important for mains examination. Alright, and they are giving some other type of DI. Some other type means they are giving data interpretation based on time and work. Data interpretation based on time and distance, based on simple compound interest, based on percentages, separately they are giving. We have discussed all the models in our course, right? Now, coming back. So, one part I can go as data interpretation. Even in prelims also, you are getting minimum 10 questions based on this one. Okay, so data interpretation, then problems based on numbers, then written problems on arithmetic. You can divide this one into 3 parts. Okay, anyway, data interpretation, different types are there. Data interpretation is there, as I told you just now. Data analysis is there, then missing DI is there, then caselet questions are there. Okay, next data interpretation based on arithmetic chapters, that is there. Okay, now come to this based on numbers, that is simplification. Okay, next one is approximation, next one is number series. This thing we will divide in this way. Okay, now coming to other arithmetic chapters like percentages, most important chapter, right? This is base for all the chapters in quantitative aptitude. Next one is percentages, averages, ratio and proportion, mixture and allegation, profit and loss. You take it as one set. We'll go set by set. So if you are thorough with the percentages, averages and ratio proportion, along with simplification and approximation, you can easily crack this section, data interpretation. Okay, now followed by next set we will take interest, simple and compound interest, one set. Okay, next set we take time and work, time and distance. In this time and work only, problems based on work and wages, pipes and cistern. Cistern is nothing but a tank. Next, time and distance, normal problems on time and distance, general problems, then problems based on boats and streams and trains we will take. This is one set. And the next set I will write here, 10th one, you go for problems based on ages. Next one is partnership, one set. Okay, next go for this one, very important chapter as far as prelims is concerned, quadratic equations. Okay, next one is in this set only you take quantity 1 and quantity 2. This is also very important, but mostly they are giving questions in mains. Sometimes they are giving in prelims also, quantity 1, quantity 2, sometimes they are including quantity 3 also. To do these questions, you should be thorough with all arithmetic questions, because quantity 1, quantity 2 is nothing but questions based on these things. Okay, next one is data sufficiency. Mostly in mains they are giving this one, data sufficiency. Then followed by permutation combination. Am I writing the numbers correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right. 15, permutation and combination, probability, problems based on mensuration. But students nowadays, they are not giving questions from probability and mensuration. In the mains, they are giving one question from permutation and combination. Sometimes even they are not giving that one, keep it aside. Okay, now your preparation must have completed. Must have completed means that should have been completed by this time. Alright, so always remember students, one thing I'll tell you. While preparing for quant paper, you take each and every chapter separately. Suppose you have started percentages chapter today. Okay, how to prepare for that one? You should squeeze out the chapter. I am telling you this one, students. Almost in my every session, I give you the same tip. Completely squeeze out that chapter. You should come to a position, a stage where you should be able to do all the questions given by the examiner without any doubt. You follow unitary method or any other method, whatever it may be, but you should squeeze out the chapter. Right. Now, coming to the preliminary examination, how many questions you can expect? See students, from data interpretation in preliminary examination, you can expect 10 questions. You can expect 10 questions. Last time also, they have given 10 questions from data interpretation and 5 questions from data analysis separately. So let us take in this way 10 to 15 questions from this one. 10 to 15. In the last year examination 2018, they have given one bar graph. One bar graph they have given, one line graph they have given. Based on bar graph, they asked 5 questions. Those were very simple. And line graph also 5 questions, very simple. And 5 questions based on data analysis also they have given. In this data analysis, they have used the concept of ratio proportion, percentages and averages. Some data would be given to you. To read the data and prepare a table. Based on the table, you need to answer the questions. Okay, let's take 10 to 15 questions from this one. And definitely you are going to get 5 questions from quadratic equation. Remember. Okay, next 5 questions from number series. This one. For your understanding, I am writing here. From DI, you get 10 to 15. Number series, surely you will get 5. And this one, quadratic equations, you will get 5. So, you will get 5 plus 5, 10 plus 15. 25 questions are here only, students. Alright, so if you prepare well or thoroughly, you can do these questions very easily. And the remaining questions, in the remaining questions, simplification and approximation. Simplification and approximation. Previously, they used to give definitely 5 to 8 questions from these 2 chapters. But nowadays they have reduced the number. Okay, if you get, you may get 2 to 3 questions from this one. 2 to 3. But simplification and approximation is very important for you to solve data interpretation questions. So for that reason, you must go through these chapters, simplification and approximation. If they give direct questions from this one, that's good. If not also, this is going to be useful for you for all types of data interpretation questions. Alright, now students, remaining 10 questions, 15 plus 10, 25. Remaining 10 questions are from these chapters. 10 are from these chapters. Generally, we cannot say like from where they give the questions, but generally I am telling you, with the observation from the previous papers, they are giving one question from ages. Okay, one question from partnership, then one from time and work or time and distance. Okay, then one question from averages, one from mixture and delegation, one from profit and loss. In this way they are giving, if you go for the last year paper, they have given questions from averages, simple interest they have given 1, averages 1, then followed by profit and loss 1, ages 1, then mixture and delegation 1, then partnership 1. In this way they have divided that one. So you should be thorough with these chapters. Not only for prelims students, even in the mains also, you should be thorough with these chapters because they have included these arithmetic chapters in data interpretation. For that reason, you should be thorough with those chapters. Alright, now from where you have to start in the examination, tomorrow's exam, or Sundays or next week's exam. See students, I suggest you to start with this one, quadratic equations. Okay, I am pretty sure that you will get 5 out of 5. The easiest one here, 5 out of 5. At least they'll give 3 questions from this, but you take it for granted, they'll give 5 only this time also. But in the worst case, I am telling you, you may get 3 questions. So just focus on this one. First in the exam, you start with this. Then after that, you go for number series. Okay, in number series also only 2 types they are giving. One is basically I am telling you, that is the next number in the series or finding out a wrong number in the series. They may change the pattern, but the base is this one only. For quadratic equations, I have given a fantastic technique. Even without writing anything on the paper also, most of the questions can be solved with that method. You follow that. You follow that one. Then even number series also I have given many tips. Just go through that one. You can get 5 out of 5 in your bank. So now 10 questions are correct so far. How much time you can spend for this one? Quadratic equations not more than 3 minutes. That's the maximum time I am telling you. Number series also not more than 3 minutes. Right? So that is within 5 minutes you can complete these 2 chapters. After finishing up these 10 questions, there are 2 ways for you students. One is Either you can directly go for this DI section or focus on these miscellaneous questions. My suggestion is, students, after finishing off these questions 10, confidently come to data interpretation section. Because in data interpretation, generally they give 3 questions for you. Out of those 3 questions means below those 3 questions, 5 questions each will be there, set 5, 5, 5, total 15 questions. For all the 5 questions, instructions are only one paragraph, one graph or one paragraph like data analysis or mixed graphs, something will be given, some data will be given to you. Right? So out of those 3 questions, I am telling you, students, one question will be dead easy question. By seeing that one, you can answer all the 5. Choose that one. Choosing that is very important. That depends upon your spontaneity. That depends upon your insight there. Just see the question. By seeing the question, just reading 1 or 2 lines, you should analyze that. And you should categorize whether it is the most difficult or the easiest question. If you feel that that is the easiest one, start immediately that question. Out of 5, you can bag 5. But one thing, even in prelims also, out of 3 data interpretation questions, 1 question will be most having the highest difficulty level. Don't touch that one. Don't touch it. That we'll come back to that. We'll come back to. If you have practiced DI questions well, adequate practice is there, you can do that question also. You can do that one also. 5, 5, 5. 15 questions you can easily bag. Or at least you can do 10 questions. Alright, so now 10 plus 10, 20 questions are in your bag. Then after that, you go for these questions. This is one way. Or the other way is, out of 20 minutes, 5 minutes are gone here, 5 to 6 minutes. Now you have ample of time. So 14 to 15 minutes time is remaining for you. Now, in this 14 to 15 minutes time, you just spend 7 to 8 minutes here. The second way I am telling you, you can do quickly here, very quick. Out of the 10 questions, you can easily do 6 to 8 questions correct, if you have adequate practice. They give 1 question from averages. Can't you do that question? Easily you can do, within 1 minute time you can do the question. So you just finish off this one, as many as possible, then go back to DI and do the easiest one, a little moderate one, you can do this. So this is the right strategy for quantitative aptitude. See, students, if you prepare well and go with this strategy, out of these 35 questions, you can do as maximum as possible. I cannot give you the number because that depends upon a student to student. For that reason, to the maximum extent you try. And if you ask me particularly, how many questions can a student do in 20 minutes of time? See, students, an average student, I am telling you, you can do easily 25 to 28 questions correct in the examination, in the prelims I am telling you, because prelims questions are not that much high difficulty questions. You can do very easily. Got the clarity? This is for quantitative aptitude, and the students who have already completed their preparation, start this one. If not, even for the next examination, you just start your preparation from the basic level. Now let's move on to English section. English section also very simple, because broadly speaking there are 7 to 8 chapters in English, that's all. 7 to 8. If you are thorough with these 7 to 8 chapters, you can easily score 80% marks in English. But many students have the phobia, what I have observed. English means they are thinking that it's very tough and it's very difficult to crack that section. But students, just start like this, I'll tell you. But before going for the right strategy from where you have to start, actually how many chapters are there? What are those chapters? We discuss. In English, let's take in this way. First one is reading comprehension. You know this one. Every time you will get 5 to 6 questions from this one. Even more than that also. Sometimes synonyms and antonyms also based on this one. In that case, you may get 10 questions also from reading comprehension, right? Next, close test, very important one. Generally they are giving 5 questions from this. Sometimes it may be changed, of course, right? Next one is rearrangement of sentences or parajumbled. They give 5 questions usually, right? Next one is detection, error detection. See students, now they have changed the pattern of error detection. Previously they used to give like this. Suppose one sentence they would give like this. Alright, one sentence or some sentences, it would be broken into parts like this. Okay, so here one part, second part, third part, fourth part, fifth part, in this way. So they would give in this way. Out of these 4 parts, one part of that particular sentence or paragraph is having some grammatical error. You need to find out that one, the number of that particular part is your answer. Or if there is no error in this one, give option as 5RE, so that that sentence does not contain any grammatical error there. Alright, so but now they have changed that one. Many models are there in this one, right? See, last examination, 2018 examination, they have given like this. One sentence is given. Alright, suppose they started one sentence like this. One word is given in bold, one word. Okay, then they kept A, for example, option A for this. Now they continued the sentence. One more word is given in bold. They kept B for this one, and so on and so on. Then after that, they have given the instruction that you need to interchange some words there. Interchange, for example, first option is AB. AB means if you keep this word here and this word here, then grammatically that sentence is correct. Alright, then finally if there is no correction is required, they have given one option. So for all the things, base is this one only, error detection or spotting errors. If you are thorough with this, whatever the model may be, you can solve the questions, right? Just keep it in your mind. Error detection, generally if they give from this one, they are giving 5 questions. In 2018 question, from error detection itself, they have given 10 questions. Okay, 5 on regular model, 5 replacement, exchange model from here to there, that is interchanging. Okay, next one is after the error detection, other very important is double or single fillers. This is also very important chapter. Generally they give 5 questions, right? Now don't count when it is more than 30 or 30. I'll tell you. Sometimes in one exam or for one shift they won't give close test. They give this one. For some shifts they may be giving this, they may not be giving this, and so on. Next is word or phrase replacement, right? Last time also they have given 5 questions from this one. Word or phrase replacement. Next one is sentence completion. Sentence completion. Next one, rarely they are giving this one, questions based on spelling also. Spelling. Okay. Basically, these are the chapters for you. These are the chapters. Alright. So, from these chapters only, you will get 30 questions. Alright. If you go for 2018 paper, they have given 6 questions from reading comprehension. Then close test they have given 5 for some shifts. For some shifts this is given. Anyway, error detection 10 they have given, right? 10 plus 5, 15 plus 5. That is 20 plus 1, 21. 21, then double fillers 5 they have given. Double fillers, right? And I think 4 questions are from this one, word or phrase replacement. So that depends upon the exam students. Now, the question is, from where shall I start in the examination? See students, one thing is very important. Either you can start with reading comprehension or any one of the chapters from this. Listen very carefully, right? Some students are very much comfortable with those students who read the newspaper every day, particularly the Hindu, because it is having rich vocabulary. And in competitive exams, most of the cases I observed, they are using the same vocabulary, same words they are using in the examinations for reading comprehension. Alright, so if you are thorough with this, start with this. Without any confusion, with utmost confidence you can start this. If not, because in reading comprehension what will be there, one paragraph will be given to you, you know this one, right? But nowadays the topic they choose for the paragraph is very dry topic they use, right? One paragraph based on completely economy, or that is completely based on one industry which may not be like which you may not aware of. So some dry topics generally they give. So if you are thorough with this, start with this. And in reading comprehension, suppose if they give 10 questions, some questions may be based on synonyms and the antonyms. Easily you can solve this one. R. If you are not ready to start with this one, I suggest you to start with the close test. One of the easiest chapters. English language of course is required for this, coupled with your logic, students, right? If you attempt these questions logically, close test, easily you can bag 5 out of 5. Of course, your vocabulary should be rich, but apart from this, if we can divide in this way, 60% you should have hold on the language, remaining 40% you can use logic here. That is so with this one also, para-jumbled also. If you attempt these questions logically, you can start your paper tomorrow or the next day or next week. Start with close test or rearrangement of sentences, para-jumbled. Jumbled sentences, here also many models are there. Whatever the model may be, base is the same. We have discussed many questions in our course on close test and this one. Start with either this or this. Sometimes if they give these 5, they won't give these 5. And this is vice versa. Or sometimes 5 from close test, 5 from para-jumbled, rearrangement of sentences. You will be lucky enough in the examination. Alright, then after doing this one, you go for this one, error detection. Here also, logically you can solve the questions coupled with your vocabulary. Okay, then after that, these are double fillers. Go for this one, double or single fillers. Then you take this one, word or phrase replacement. Suppose if you get questions based on spelling after close test and or this one, what is that, rearrangement of sentences, you can take the spelling also, because that's very easy chapter for you. And even this also, sentence completion also very easily. Finally, you can come to this reading comprehension. Or after doing 2-3 sections, you can come back to reading comprehension, because reading comprehension, if you ask me, that is one of the easiest sections in English if you are a good reader and if you have enough analysis. Easily you can go for this one. But students, overall I'll tell you, close test you can get 100% questions correct in the exam. Even this one also, rearrangement of the sentences, focus on this one, right? Error detection also, whatever the model may be, you can do easily. Some students are getting confused here, error detection. If you have any confusion, don't start with this one, go for this. First close test, this rearrangement of sentences, then fillers, double or single fillers, then word or phrase replacement. This is also very easy one, right? Then go back to this one. What is this? Error detection. You have to go in this way, students. I am telling you, you can get at least 80% of the marks in English paper if you go in this way. But only thing, students, your preparation is very important. While preparing for that one, unconditional practice you have to do. You have to get yourself exposed as far as English is concerned for maximum number of questions. So maximum models, and reading of one national newspaper is a must. This is mandatory for you. That is not only useful for English but for general awareness paper and to some extent reasoning paper also. That paper reading is going to be quite useful. I hope you understood this one and try to get maximum benefit out of this. Now students, after this one, just 5 minutes I will take to explain the courses what we are offering, because many students are sending mails and making calls, sir, like what is this course, and we got a very good feedback from our students. We would like to join that, but before joining we would like to know complete details of this one. Say students, to get the complete details of our courses, directly you visit our website www.chakravarthysir.com. Okay, you will get all the details there. That is self-explanatory. Just go for that one, click on courses, right? The details are there. Alright, then you can send WhatsApp to us. WhatsApp number is 9515986872. Or you can WhatsApp on 961870246 or directly send a mail to chakravarthysir@gmail.com. You will get all the details. Now, as far as the course and fee structure is concerned, simple students, we are offering courses for bank as well as SSC and both the combined. Not only these three courses. Our bank plus SSC course is useful for almost 57 types of exams which are conducted in our country, for all the competitive exams where reasoning, quant and English are part of that one. Okay, so next one, the course duration will be like this. All are video classes, recorded video classes, right? Don't get confused. Some students are asking when the time for online class. See, we won't have any live online classes, because I won't believe in that one. At a time, more than 15,000 students should watch that one. How can we clarify the doubts? Some are saying that in live classes you can get doubts clarified. It's not like that. For that matter, students, my classes are in that way. This is the feedback I got from the students. They generally say that, sir, when we are watching your video, we feel as if we are sitting in front of you. All doubts are cleared while watching the video only. If you have any doubt, you can click ask your doubt section, post your doubt. You will get the response. Okay, now for that reason, all the classes are recorded classes. More than 330 videos are there, 6,500 pages of study material. Then for every chapter wise test, and more than 260 mock tests are there. For all the courses, means if you take bank plus SSC or bank, whatever it may be, different time duration is there, time period is there. For example, this is like this. We have 3-month course, right? 6-month course, 1 year, 1.5 year, then 2 years. Okay. For all these courses, the content is same. Remember, ours is not a commercial institute. Content is same, but time duration differs. That depends upon your convenience. Some students want to go for only 3-month course. This is suitable for those students who have been trying for these exams for quite a long time, 1 or 2 years, but still they are not getting this one, missing that one narrowly. For that type of students, this is suitable. Even this one also, 3 or 6 months. I always prefer 1 year course for freshers. If you want to start this one, you take a 1 year or 1.5 year. This 2 years is suitable for those students who are in their final year graduation. You can start with that one. Okay, now the price for this one, I am talking about bank exams. Bank exams online mode. Online in the sense, no live classes, right? You should be watching the videos with the help of internet, right? We have online mode, pen drive mode. This is suitable for those students who do not have proper internet connectivity, or SD card mode. Okay, so for this one, online can be accessed on your mobiles, tabs, laptop or desktop. Pen drive is only for laptop or desktop, for those students who do not have internet connectivity. SD card is for those students. This is accessible only in mobiles, right? So this is for those students who have mobiles but not internet connectivity. You can go for this mode. Alright, online can be accessed in mobile, tab, laptop and a desktop. Got the clarity? Right. And the fee for this one, as far as bank exams are concerned, I am telling you, for this one is 2,600. Simple one, right? I kept rock bottom price for this. You will get content for all the courses, content is same. Next for this one is 3,600, 4,600, 5,200, 5,900. That's all. Okay. Suppose one student joined for 3 months and after that he wants to extend for the 6-month or 1 year course. In this case, what you need to do, you need not pay the complete amount, students. Suppose you started with this 2,600 and you want to extend that one for 1 year. You need to pay only the difference amount of 2,000, but it should be done before 30 days of purchase of the course. If you purchase the course today, within 30 days you should intimate us that I want to go for 1 year, pay 2000, it will be converted. This is so with all other courses. Because students, my basic idea is that every student should be benefited across the country. I have taught in such a way that right from the basic level, even a beginner can understand that. Just spend some time on this one. Reasonably, you keep 1 year as target. I am telling you, definitely you are going to crack the examination. The success rate is very high. Almost 3,500 to 4,000 students get selected every year. Every year. You take all the jobs, 3,500 to 4,000. In the next batch instance, we don't have any batches. Anytime you can join. And another one I forgot to tell you. You can access, suppose you have taken online course. You can access the course 24/7. Whenever you want you can do, and there is no view restriction also. You can watch one video for 1,000 times also during your course period. We have not kept that exception. There are that restriction, even though we are incurring high costs as far as bandwidth is concerned. No problem, students. I never mind that one, right? I am ready to spend for students. You try to utilize this opportunity because of course, this is my dream project for quite a long time. Even 20 years ago, I thought of this one, but at that time, there was not much demand for video classes, and facilities were also very less. There was no internet 20 years ago. Alright, so now everything is in our favor. Like many companies are giving free data for a very less cost. You must be knowing that one. So utilize this opportunity and try to get this one. And I want every student to be successful in one exam or the other one. Thank you very much, students.